what is happening? This is Linus, you're watching TechLine, and in this video I wanted to talk about Xiaomi 11T. With this phone, Xiaomi aims to bring you affordable flagship experience because for less than 500 euros you're getting great specifications, good battery life and great cameras and all other stuff. But as always, let's take a look at all the pros and cons of this device so you can make the buying decision yourself. But before we do that, let's do a quick unboxing. In the retail box, you get a fast 67 watts charger, USB Type-C cable, SIM ejector pin, a soft TPU case, and some paperwork. When it comes to design, my 11T has this brushed metal finish on the glass back, which is a fingerprint magnet like all glossy surfaces. We have a sturdy aluminum frame that on the sides has this matte finish, but on the bottom, where you can also find USB Type-C port, a speaker grill, and a dual SIM card tray, it is glossy. The same goes for the top, and here we can find another speaker grill and an IR blaster. I found these Dolby Atmos powered speakers to be really good as the sound is balanced and rich. Here is a quick audio test. The fingerprint scanner that doubles as a power key is super fast and accurate. I also love the subtle haptic feedback of the phone, especially when you turn off the display. A 5000 mAh battery lets me use the phone for the entire day intensively for taking photos, shooting videos, or even playing games. If used less intensively, the 11T is easily a 2-day battery phone for most users, but in case you need to recharge the device, it takes just about 36 minutes with a supplied super fast 67 watts charger. The overall build quality of the phone is very good and it sits nicely in the hand despite a huge 6.67-inch display that is loaded with specs. This AMOLED panel has a 120Hz refresh rate, 1 billion colors, it can reach peak brightness up to 1000 nits, and it is covered with the latest Gorilla Glass Victus for protection. It is a nice, sharp and punchy panel that can be easily seen outdoors too. Now let's talk about the cameras and what Xiaomi calls a cinematic experience. On the back we have a 108 megapixels wide angle, 8 megapixels ultra wide angle, and a 5 megapixels telemacro camera. On the front there is a 16 megapixels selfie shooter. First, let's talk about the cinematic features. Xiaomi gives you a Pro mode both for photos and videos. The key features include the ability to record and log, select a movie frame, turn on or turn off focus speaking or exposure verification. You can also adjust basic settings like white balance, shutter speed, ISO, and so on. The audio zoom feature works surprisingly well as the audio gets zoomed in along with the video. .4K video quality is very good. The footage is very stable, smooth, and there is quite a lot of detail. Put the phone on a tripod and you can get even nicer shots. You can also use 2x zoom option, but the quality of video is just mediocre. There is an HDR option in video recording mode, but honestly, I don't see much of a difference when this feature is turned on or off. Both 1080p 30 and 60 FPS videos are nice, stable, and smooth. There is a steady video mode too, which produces even steadier footage, but the quality is just average. To be honest with you, I don't really recommend this mode because 4K 30 or 1080p 30 or 60 FPS videos are very stable and smooth. There are some so-called movie effects to play with. You may not always get a perfect shot, but I love magic zoom. However, my favorite is parallel world, which gives you this weird but awesome perspective of the scene. When it comes to selfie video, the default mode gives you nice, stable and smooth 1080p footage. If you turn on HDR, the quality improves at the expense of losing image stabilization. There's also a frontal sound feature which blocks out some of the background noise and it provides a bit better audio quality. Check it yourself.
This is 1080p 30fps video test using a selfie camera of Xiaomi 11T. This is another 1080p 30fps video test using the front-facing camera of Xiaomi 11T.
Daylight still image quality is very good with wide angle and especially with the main lens. I like the sharpness, impressive dynamic range, and quite accurate color reproduction. There is also a 2x zoom option, but don't expect excellent results here. A 108 megapixels mode gives you a ton of resolution needed for cropping, but the regular auto mode produces nicer looking images with better processing. Portraits look good with nice skin tones and good edge detection. Also, I'm quite impressed with the macro camera. I used a tripod for these shots. In low light, I suggest you use the main camera for the best results. The pictures come out nice and the overall quality is pretty good. If you want to use the front-facing camera, I suggest you finding a decent light source for low-light selfies and selfie portraits. Otherwise, the quality may not always impress you. As far as hardware goes, the 11T ships with a 6nm MediaTek Dimensity 1200 Ultra CPU. My unit has 8GB of RAM and 120GB of storage, which is however not expandable, but you can opt in for a 256GB storage option. I found gaming performance to be great. All of the 3D games I've played on the highest visual settings ran just fine, showing that the Dimensity 1200 CPU is a really capable chipset. Day-to-day performance has been near excellent so far. The phone runs on the MIUI 12.5 that is built on top of Android 11, and we have all of the familiar Xiaomi's features and customization options that most users have appreciated for years. Paired up with a 120Hz refresh rate display, the phone feels fast and snappy pretty much all the time. The 11T is no slouch in the connectivity department either. It's got NFC, 5G, good call quality and signal reception, GPS has been accurate, and Wi-Fi 6 assures fast wireless internet speeds. In conclusion, the Xiaomi 11T is a really solid smartphone and it is really hard to find any shortcomings, well, except for the lack of the micro SD card slot. For the current price of just below 500 euros, you're getting a well-crafted device with premium materials, a very nice display, impressive loudspeakers, great overall performance, great battery life with 67 watts fast charger, and very good cameras with some cool cinematic features. I wouldn't say this is the only great smartphone at this price point, but if you're looking for a solid device that does almost everything well, the Xiaomi 11T is a near excellent option. What do you think about Xiaomi 11T? Would you buy this phone or would you choose another option? As always, like the video if you liked it, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, it was Linus, thank you for watching and see you soon.